Cowboys. First of all, Dak Prescott comes back from his injury.
That's huge.
So when you evaluate the Cowboys from last year, none of it matters at all. Nothing matters. You can't even look at last year's Cowboys because you didn't have Dak Prescott.
They were just trying to get to the end of the season.
Yeah, they were just trying to get to the end of the season. Once they realized that somehow, some way, the playoffs were still attainable, they kind of picked it up a little bit, like around week 11 and 12.
Yeah.
But because I think they were on autopilot to tank for a draft pick, but then they were like, well, wait a second. If we can win the division, we might as well go for it.
Right. Get a good draft pick and win the division? Okay.
Exactly, right? What the hell's going on? But yeah, I mean, guys, he played, how many weeks did he play? 4?
He played 4 or 5.
However many weeks it was that he played, guys, he was number 1 to start the season at MVP. So
this could be the first
you
year
bring that back
that we see an MVP and a comeback player of the year awarded to the same person. I'm pretty sure that's never happened before.
Could be. And Dak gives me the vibe of like a full recovery. Like you see guys get injured, like Teddy Bridgewater, for example, and he's just not the same guy anymore. And you see Alex Smith and stuff. Yeah. But Dak Prescott just gives me this vibe of like, no, I'm going to be totally fine. Nothing ever happened.
Yeah. I mean, he's going to have to push himself because he just got that huge, massive contract. I mean,
it's true.
You kind of have to prove that you're worth that money now. I mean, it's unfortunate
paid $180 million.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like he got paid that after the injury, correct?
Exactly. Yeah.
So not the smartest thing by Jerry Jones to pay somebody before you know that they can be that same caliber. But if Jerry Jones, if he sees him coming back full swing like nothing ever happened, then we should too. I mean,
I do. Yeah, I don't blame him for paying that at all. I think Dak Prescott's going to be totally fine.
It's just
this 17-game season. He might hit 5,000 yards this year with the weapons they have.
Yeah. So you were
talking. He was going to hit 5,000 yards last year with only 16 games. So
exactly. Yeah. But no, I want to hear what you got to say about Zeke. He said he lost some weight. Maybe he's going to wake up.
Yeah, Zeke's been ass. So like Zeke last year, and even a little bit the year before that, but last year especially, terrible. He looked out of shape, looked like he didn't care. I've seen some OTA images of Zeke. And, he's always had his stomach showing in his jersey. He always wears his jersey like that. So you can tell, like it's not pads or anything. Like you can always tell that he's either fat or not. And he just looked like he slimmed down a little bit. He's just not as big and clunky. He probably added a little bit of a burst. I think he hears people talking shit about him. I think he does. And I respect his response in trying to get in better shape and play better. We'll see what happens. Because he's supposed to be a top 5 running back, and he just hasn't been for the last couple of years. And there's been a couple small injuries and this and that, but
it's like ever since he got that payday, he kind of like, all right, I'm good.
if Zeke is even relatively close to his old self, I'm talking like if he can give him like 1,300 yards or something like that, nothing like insane. And then you got Dak coming back, and he's playing like his old self with CeeDee Lamb, who we didn't even really get to see Dak with CeeDee Lamb because CeeDee Lamb started slow a little bit. Like he came on when Andy Dalton came in there and just started like having nobody to throw to. So we get Dak with a full year of CeeDee Lamb, Gallup,
and Amari.
Who else they got over there? Amari Cooper, that's right. With a healthy Zeke.
Yeah, I mean, on paper, they might be the best offense.
The offense is outrageous. Yeah. They're up there, like, obviously the Chiefs are the best offense, but they're...
I'm talking about just in the division here.
Up there. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. 100%. Absolutely, yeah. 100%.
But, I mean...
but unfortunately, he has to play defense, too.
The opposite. So, bottom 5 last year.
They ranked bottom 5, and that had nothing to do with injuries, really. They were just trash. Yeah. Now, obviously, they were on the field a lot because Andy Dalton wasn't very good, but...
Yeah, that's true.
Still... Damn. Now, the good news is you had a defensive-heavy draft in offseason. I mean, pretty much everything you've done in the offseason has been on defense, which I give Jerry Jones credit for that.
Yeah.
There was no reason to do anything on offense at all, none whatsoever, so they just spent all their money in draft capital on defense.
Yep.
Micah Parsons, yes, Keanu Neal.
Now, here's my question about that, though. Now that we're talking about some Falcons, do you think they're going to bring their old habits from Atlanta over
Probably not.
Because you know how like the Falcons secondary was kind of a thing.
Well, yeah. I mean, listen. It's better than what they had.
Yeah.
They still have Cowboys. Still have. No, they don't. Who do they have at corner? Diggs. Diggs came on strong at the end of the year. I don't know. I like Dallas. They drafted a corner in the second round from Kentucky. I can't remember his name, but he was one of the better. He's one of the faster corners. So I don't know.
And they had Bouzier,
they've done good.
and they had Byron Jones, but you know, a lot of had.
Yeah, it's a lot of had, but it'd be like that sometimes. But yeah, the biggest question for me is I just don't like Mike McCarthy, man. I just don't.
Well,
I just don't like. I don't think he's the right coach for the Cowboys.
No.
I just hate seeing him. Even just him on it doesn't look right. You know what I'm saying? Like you look at him and you're just like, that's not it. It's not the right fit.
In order for Mike McCarthy to be successful, is for someone just to ignore him, like Aaron Rodgers did. Like that's the only way he's gonna look good at what he did. Is just if you have a quarterback that does. But it seems like Dak actually wants to interact with his coaches, and he's very coachable and he likes feedback. I don't think you can get that with Mike. Like he just seems like the coach that just he sees positive and optimistic things in everything that the team does. He's like, oh guys, so we were number 28 in points. Good job. We could be number 30, but like that's the kind of guy he seems to me. But
we could have been last, but we weren't. I appreciate your effort and hard work.
Like he doesn't seem hard or stern or disciplinary. He seems just like that pushover. I don't know. Don't like him either.
I can see that.
But
yeah, I think they're the
go ahead.
Talent wise, they're probably the team to beat in the NFC East. They have been for the last 4 years. They just got injured last year. They've been the team to beat down there.
Yeah. I mean, just
record though. I don't know.
I know we were talking a lot of trash about the defense, being bottom 5, but I'll tell you one thing about Dallas. They did good in 2 things. They were number 2 in both of these categories: pass attempts and pass completions. Believe it or not, number 2. So, with that said, it seems like as long as you can improve on the things that you do well in and improve on the things that you aren't, this defense can turn around, especially when you drafted this heavy. Every single draft pick was spent on defense. That team could be, if you keep the offense the way it is, as long as you show the potential that it has on paper and turn that defense around, this team definitely could be the team to beat the East.
Now, the real question is, what kind of record makes you the team to beat in the NFC East?
Well,
I'll
say
I'm gonna say 11.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, 11-6.
Oh yeah, my bad.
Yeah, guys. It's gonna take us a minute to get used to that. Everybody in the world forgets that they're 17.
We've been dealing with
games,
16 game seasons for my entire
our whole
livelihood
life.
of watching football. So give me a minute.
Yeah, I say 11-6. That's
doable.
That's respectable.
They're not going to go 8-8 like everybody says. I think they finally.
They shouldn't go 8-8. If they go 8-8, there's a problem.
There's a problem.
It's out of control.